everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my Reese's or almond butter fat bombs. These are just like a Reese's peanut butter cup if you use peanut butter, or I'm using almond butter. We're starting out, if you don't have these really awesome silicone cups, you should get them. I have a link down below in the description box. They are amazing. We're gonna start the recipe off with some coconut oil. I just use the naturally refined one because I really do not like the coconut taste. We're gonna have some salt, some cocoa powder, some of the vanilla stevia drops. I have that linked down in the description as well. I'm loving it. Some crunchy almond butter, but like I said before, you can use sun butter or peanut butter. Some maca powder. This is optional, but I love using it to get like a little malt flavor. Plus, it's great for balancing hormones. Again, an optional thing is if you want to put some crunchy nuts in there. And if you want to top it off with some coconut butter, that is again optional, but you know, we wanted to get a little fun with this one. So let's start out with a half a cup of coconut oil. You're gonna put it in a measuring cup and you want to make it all the way melted, make it liquefied. After it's liquid, then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. If you're using the maca powder, we're using 1/2 teaspoon. And then for the stevia, I use about, I guess, 10 to 20 drops. It all depends. I find that once I'm on keto for a while, I can use less and less sweetener and sometimes no sweetener at all in my fat bombs. And go ahead and throw in like 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I love having that little bit of salt in there. It's fantastic. It really makes your desserts way better. Stir it all up really well and then go ahead and put your silicone cups out. If you do not have the silicone cups, you can still use just regular paper ones, but I just love these because they're reusable and I can just wash them in my dishwasher. Super, super easy. And I have 12 and that's all I really need. So go ahead and just pour in maybe about a tablespoon. I didn't exactly measure it. Just want to have a thin base, that way you have something to put your actual almond butter on. I went ahead and threw mine in the freezer to harden up for about 10 minutes. And now I'm just putting about a teaspoon of almond butter just in the middle areas. I'm going to go ahead and flatten it out, but you don't want to flatten it all the way to the edges because when you pour your other chocolate on top, you want to kind of have the chocolates like mold together. But you don't want to keep the almond butter too much in a ball because then you will have to add a lot more chocolate around it to cover the tops. So go ahead and flatten out your almond butters, and then we're going to top it off with the rest of your chocolate coconut oil. I'm topping 2 of them just with some walnuts just to show you guys like all the different ways I've made them before. And then I threw them back in the freezer for a little bit to harden, and then I topped a few of them with coconut butter, which is also fantastic. My husband is not a huge fan of actual coconut flavor, so I only did 2 to show you guys because my husband really loves these fat bombs also, so he can eat the ones that don't have coconut butter on. If you do coconut butter, I usually throw it in the freezer for a little bit again, that way it hardens up, and then you can just pop these bad boys out, take a bite, and see how delicious they are. I do keep them in the refrigerator, especially in the summer, just to keep them hard, and that way they're not melting all over the place. But these are great to take on a trip. I'll pack them in my husband's lunch. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.